This is Upper Deck sketch artist Marcia Dye, and you're listening to the Marvel Card Collectors podcast.
Well, let's oh yes, let's get cracking then, shall we? Eh? Oh yes. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh no. Where is my introduction? I can't find it. I've got no idea.
No!
I'm just gonna do it off the top of my head.
Do it.
Off the top of my head. This is my
You got
head.
it.
This is my head. This is the
Yes,
top of
that's
my
right.
head. This is the bottom. And hello everybody, and welcome to the Marvel Card Collectors podcast. My name is Ian Taylor, and you are listening to my voice. This is why I can't do the intro without reading it out.
Go like that.
Because you know
We
what?
recorded that, please.
We did record that. Yes, I've been recording.
This is the intro then. I'm
This
happy with
this will be the intro. This will be the intro.
Yeah.
And brought to you by the Marvel Cards Fan Collective, an awesome group of people who happen to collect Marvel trading cards. With me, as ever, is my co-pilot in all things Marvel cards. I went to see Frozen 2 without him, and he just won't let it go. Let it go.
Yikes.
Ah.
I'm sorry, everybody. But yes, he did go see Frozen 2 without me, and I'm
Twice.
devastated. You saw it twice? I saw it
I've
with
seen
Emma.
it
I
twice
saw it
this
once.
week.
It was
Yeah.
amazing.
I've seen it twice this week.
It's good. I liked it.
It
a
is.
lot.
I have to say, first time I saw it with work
Mm,
colleagues, because we work on Disney on Ice, so it's kind of a client thing.
right.
And the second time I saw it this morning with my 4-year-old, and it's the first trip that. Well, it's her third cinema trip, and the only the second time she's made it all the way through the film, and it's the first time we've gone all three of us
Aw.
to the cinema. And I have to say, I'm a sucker for things like Frozen 2 and Disney stuff, because I was welling up as soon as we were in there.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as the music
No, it's
started, because
great.
it's so good.
Wonderful. It's so good. It's so good. And they did it. I mean, all the pitfalls that the story could have taken, I'm so happy with what they did.
Yeah.
It's nice. It was really nice. I thought they really did a great job.
Yeah, it's snow joke, but you know.
Frozen 2.
Thumbs
Emily
up from
liked
me.
it too.
Thumbs up from me. Thumbs up from me.
For me
So,
too.
You've had Thanksgiving.
Yes, that's right. I
Yeah.
did.
We had Thursday. You had Thanksgiving. So how was it?
Arguably the same as Thursday. No. Thanksgiving. Some would say.
Oh, don't do that when I got a mouthful of tea.
No, it was great. Emily, my wife, cooked an amazing feast, which I was her sous chef and didn't light the kitchen on fire while she was doing her amazing work. So I was of help, I believe. No, but she cooked amazing stuff. I mean, we had stuffing, we had bacon with Brussels sprouts, we had rosemary bread.
You started with stuffing. I thought you were, for a minute there, I thought you were not going to talk about food, but carry on.
Nice, clean, very clean.
Love it.
For the general audience.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Cranberry sauce, glazed shallots. I mean, macaroni and cheese. I mean, it was a feast. I was dead in the water for sure.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
I've missed you this week. I'll be fair. I've sent you loads of things on Messenger, and I'm so needy. And,
Did you really?
And quite frankly, I've sent you loads of stuff this week, and it's like it's one of those things. To be fair, I think you read it early in the morning when you wake up.
Oh my God!
Yes. Yeah. But I do the same. I wake up in the morning, and because time zones, there's often stuff that's happened in the group. And I've got maybe 3 or 4 or 5 messages, and I read them without my glasses on, because I'm blind as a bat, as a skunk. What's blind?
Something. Bats are blind usually.
Yeah. I'm kind of on the Stevie Wonder spectrum without my glasses.
Oh, man, so sad. You know why I know bats are blind? This is sad. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Batman Forever. Jim Carrey's Riddler. He says blind as a bat, and when I was a kid, I was like, bats are blind, and that's how I know that piece of information. As sad as that is.
I feel so old that you were a kid when you saw that.
Okay. You're not that old, all right? And I was younger,
You're a
guess.
whippersnapper, still in shorts. So I'm gonna get the artist intro out of the way, because you on the last episode we recorded, but this will actually go up. I'm not sure when this will go up actually. Anyway, on the last episode we recorded, you said you had a story, but I'll do the artist intro first. Which this week, and I know you've heard this artist intro because
Yes.
yeah. Sorry, when you pause like that, it looks like the video's frozen.
Oh, sorry. I was listening very intently.
You were listening to me intently. I thought you were buffering. But MARCIA DYE, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful intro. Thank you for that, MARCIA. There will be kind of and I'm saying this now for the first time for Norrin's ears, there was an outtake from that she also sent us that I did play for you that will be, just keep listening after the end of the credits.
Ooh, yes.
That's
good. That's what we'll do.
We might stick it there. MARCIA, thank you so much for that. MARCIA is a Brit, as you might have known. She actually lives in the same city as me, but I've never met her.
No way.
And I kind of felt a bit funny pointing it out to her because I didn't want to think I was stalking her. But we happen to live in the same city, and her artwork is absolutely stunning. I discovered her on Fleer Ultra Spider-Man. 2017, because I have a Black Cat. My Black Cat folder is actually up here somewhere, but I can't see it for the life of me. So someone's probably broken in and stole it.
Don't say that.
She which I'll put on the tasting notes, but I have shared it on the group before. An absolutely jaw-dropping AP of Black Cat from that set that I bought from eBay, and it turns out it was her selling it on eBay, and then I bought the other one that she listed. So I've got 2 cards by her, both from that set. But she's been on more recent sets. I'm pretty sure she was on Marvel Masterpieces. I know she was on Premiere because I'm looking at some of the work now, and she was also on the recent Marvel Flair set.
Yeah.
Because if you go to her Facebook page, which is MDye Art, so that's MDYE Art, facebook.com/MDye Art, you will see she puts a lot of great images of her artwork up. Actually, they're really cool.
She does awesome work, man. I want to get her piece from her so bad. She's one of the, for me, I don't know. She's one of the best. I always see her cards pop up, and I always see people snatch them up quickly. They're never on eBay long.
Yeah,
they're just good pieces.
It's superb. She's got. I've just seen here, and you say it's a small world, but Norwich and Ipswich are quite close together. She's done a jam card here with Darren Chandler, who was our intro artist a few weeks back. And Darren, as I mentioned at the time, has been active for years. But she's done some jam cards
that's so cool.
that she's posted actually from 2013, but she's only recently posted them because they're Halloween themed for Galen's Contemporary Pinups, and they're really nice cards.
Cool.
But one would guess that they've kind of come across each other because they're both artists living relatively close to each other in the UK. But so MARCIA describes herself on her Twitter feed, which is at MARCIA DYE, DYE. I'll put links to all these on the tasting notes, as I'm a UK-based freelance artist who has worked on sets such as Top, Star Wars, Masterworks. So she's on the new Star Wars Masterwork, which has just dropped. And I know that Greg on Rebel Base Card podcast has been talking about that set. Whitehouse, Star Trek, Beyond, Cryptozoic. I mean, she's done loads. Absolutely loads.
I mean, she does a lot of work.
Yeah, DC Comics Bombshells. I think she had some sketch cards in that DC Heroes and Villains set that just came out, which focuses on the DCU.
Yeah. I've seen them. They're really nice. Oh, yeah, I did just see a piece from her, actually. Yeah, it's really nice.
That's the stuff that's dropping at the moment. So there's she's got a lot of stuff kind of dropping all at the same time, which is really cool. So MARCIA, thank you very much. You're so close. I kind of would, without sounding creepy, and I'm hoping you hear this, I'd really kind of like to do an in-person kind of interview with you and have you on the podcast.
Wow, that'd be cool.
You're more than welcome. And I might as well take advantage of the fact that she's local here. In the same way that I'd love to get Darren on, and you're relatively close to Axe, for example, and a few other guys. So I say relatively local. The States is huge. But MARCIA, thank you for that.
Thank you, Marcia.
Literally bookending our podcast this week in the nicest possible way.
People are going to freak out. She's so good.
Yeah, we are the meat in a Marcia sandwich. Audio meat in a Marcia sandwich. That sounds so wrong. I'm so sorry, Marcia. I apologize. Norrin,
if
I
could censor him beforehand,
I just need to stop talking for a bit.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like if I could, I would.
Norrin, tell me your story. Tell me your story. What is the secret, the surprise you've been?
Okay, so it got delayed, but we're going to go with it. And because I'm getting it actually, so the day of recording, which is today.
Mm-hmm.
Funny that, how that works. I don't know if I should say the date or not, but I'm not going to. So it's coming in today, and it says it's out for delivery. Now, Ian's going to flip out, and I'm going to show him. I'm going to show you a picture, Ian, and I want to hear your reaction because I'm interested to see you being like, "What is this? What the hell is that?"
Well, you posted loads of cards yesterday, and I asked you on 2 separate social media channels.
I'm such a horrible person. You know what's hilarious?
And I think you thought I was joking the first time.
No, you weren't. So
I genuinely don't know what set they're from.
I'm such an idiot. I love it. I cracked up because I just recently looked at it again, and I was like, "Oh, I never explained to Ian what this was."
Yeah, someone else replied, but I didn't fully understand the reply. Partly because I read it when I had no glasses on. Through one eye this morning.
So let me explain.
Go on.
So it's Marvel. Let me get the right name here. So I know, but Marvel. I know what it is. Marvel Universe Greatest Battles.
Oh, that's a set I haven't got. That's why I didn't recognize it. Okay, yeah.
Right. So around this time, actually no, Surfer came out kind of a bit. Anyway, that was the only appearance of Surfer made for that set.
Right.
And it was one of those sets where it had the red ruby parallel, which you could only get from boxes that were archive boxes, I believe. Just like the Marvel Chaos War or Marvel 75th Annual. I forget which set, but I think that's how it worked with the parallels maybe. Anyway.
Yeah.
So they're quite difficult to get. So the golds are numbered out of 75, similarly to the Marvel 75th Anniversary ones.
Okay, yeah.
So I've been on the hunt for this sucker for a while. And the reason why is because a lot of people usually keep these as full sets and they don't send them individually.
Wow.
So I finally got the gold, which is number out of 75.
Oh, so that's the one on the top. Okay.
Right. That's the one on the top. The silver is the standard. The red, I believe, the red says it's 1 out of 144 packs.
Okay.
And the gold...
144, so that's about 6 boxes maybe.
Yeah, so case.
So yeah, 1 or 2 in a case. Yeah.
So and the 75 is 72 out of 75. Okay. So finally listed on eBay. Got it for a great price. I thought I was going to pay a lot more.
Oh, okay.
So pick that up. So that's done, which means I'm only missing less than 5 cards to having it all.
No, you're not.
Pretty close.
No, you're not. Well, your Christmas gift has been delayed, but I found it's not a trading card, but it is a card.
I'll take it.
But it is part. So I've actually just told you what your Christmas gift is. Anyway,
no, you did.
You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it into. Yeah, you're not going to get whatever this thing is in time for the Christmas episode, which is what I had hoped would happen. So we'll do New Year's gifts or Valentine's gifts or something. I don't know.
We can do Valentine's gifts. That'd be good.
The Marvel for the lovers. We will have the Marvel card collectors.
We have the love.
L'amour. The Marvel cards.
I'm sharing my screen.
Several languages there. Right.
I can't do any of them, so no worries.
No, that's fine.
I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
This is the list.
Wow, you are organized.
I am organized. I'm an organized person. The bottom is all 2016. For 2016, right. I'm missing a red spec and a silver spectrum auto, in case any listeners have an extra for the silver spectrum auto and you're so inclined. Missing about 4 plates, but I have 4 others, so I might let that go. And then the rest is up top, as you can see.
Nice. Okay, so Marvel Retro, 70th Anniversary, Chaos War. Those are pretty rare ones. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, missing Diamonds, the Green Gem, and then some of the autos from Beginnings. But other than that, plates, I'll take every plate I find, whoever wants to sell me a plate. But anyway, so that's the list. Now, this is the thing I want to share so we can really get into it. Are you still looking at my screen?
Oh, I am still looking at your screen. Yes, I'm glad I'm sat down.
Do you see what this is?
No, I don't understand what I'm seeing. What am I seeing?
So Marvel 1990 is the original set that started holograms.
Oh,
for
good
the
grief.
Marvel.
Oh, good
Yep.
grief. Oh,
Yes.
good grief.
Yes.
Oh.
So it's the original set that started it off with the Marvel holograms. Well, I found a person who I'm going to keep nameless because he's my source and I can't.
Is he like Deep Throat?
He's
Deep Throat, isn't he? Yeah.
He's deep under. He's
Okay.
deep under. Very nice. Probably the best dude ever. One of the best dudes ever. Second to Ian. Super nice guy. Well, he used to work at this place. And guess what he did when they had all these hologram sheets? Now, we're going to have these on the tasting notes. These are the sheets that they would make for the holograms. Now, this sheet is the only one to exist.
Is it like a printing plate for hologram?
It is a printing plate. It is the printing plate of the hologram.
My silence is because my only other choice is to swear.
It is the
really
printing plate.
Itself. Wow.
He also sent me that, which I will do a live thing on. Those are Pogs.
Oh, okay. Is that a black cat?
I got that one for you, buddy.
Oh, I think I've just let out some wheat. Oh, my goodness me.
Uh-huh.
Wow. What is a Pog? It's a circular thing, isn't it?
Circular thing. It's the little Pogs. Yeah. So, he has some sport ones. He has some DC ones. I don't know what's left, but I saved. So, okay. So this is so I'm going to tell you guys how the production goes.
Yeah. So holograms. Yeah.
Holograms. So I saved all the information he told me.
The OG holograms.
The OG holograms. Now this guy worked at the place that made them. So now we know exactly how they work. These are hot embossed into foil. That foil is then metallized and has a backing put on it. Then it goes to the manufacturer for whatever purpose, trading cards, cereal boxes, packages, and lots of other things. So he's at the place that makes all the funky holograms that we saw in the 90s.
Wow.
So this is how it goes. So what happens is that the image is usually designed on a computer and then shot onto acrylic or using acetate, using layers, etc. When the image is from a company such as Marvel, the design is already created and it's just a case of determining color and depth of holographic image. I asked about the Marvel Universe Series 4 or 5, the green, red, blue ones that have a lot of really cool depth on them, but he didn't have those, unfortunately. He wished he had grabbed them, but I don't know if it was his company that did those specifically.
Yeah.
Once we have the shot image on the substrate, I believe that's how you say it, we take that and treat it with chemicals and spray with liquid silver. From here, we plasma treat the surface of the substrate. Once this process has happened, we mount the substrate onto a large metal plate and place it into an electroforming bath. In here, we grow a direct copy using electrolysis.
Yeah, there's a lot of big words in here.
Yeah, sorry, guys, I'm not the best on pronunciations. This will become the master plate made from nickel, and that's what this is.
Oh.
The plate is then used to grow future copies known as shims.
To grow future copies.
Because of the way the chemicals sit on the piece, the copy is not a direct copy. It's a direct copy in a way, but it's also like organic in how it's built onto copies. So this is the original plate. This is the printing plate for the hologram. We then cut and prepare these shims. So this is not the shim This is the original nickel plate. Mount them onto a shaft and heat it up to around 165 degrees. This shaft is then placed onto the machine for printing to holographic onto foil.
Okay. So the circular printing. Yeah, I'm with you.
Right, the circular printing, which will later be stamped onto the card, etc.
Oh. Right. Okay. Flawed.
Thickness is around 4 out of 6,000 micron. Thicker than paper, but still very fragile. So it's very fragile. So when I get it in hand, I'm going to have to be very careful. He put gloves and a bunch of stuff in there for me because he's a god. Unless someone else gets copies before me, then I believe these to be the only one in existence. So this is pretty much the one. Unless someone snuck another piece out, which I doubt because this guy's pretty far up on here, we won't share our source, but he's pretty far up in there. So there's nickel baskets in a large tank of nickel substrate. This is basically how the plate was made. A current is passed through the plate, and then the nickel breaks down and starts to grow onto a pattern. We then peel the layer off, and then the plate is used for production.
Wow.
Now the shims do exist, the uncut shims, the copies or whatever that roll on the pins. But here's the problem: they're a lot thinner, and they get chipped off the shaft when complete.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
They can't be reused, so they're damaged.
Heated onto it. Yeah, okay, I'm with you.
So the only copy is the nickel plate.
I'm just absolutely speechless. That is a truly unique item. Hats off to you, sir. What
an episode, right?
I give up. I give up. Thank you, everybody. You've been listening to
Farewell, everybody. Farewell.
Mic drop. Flipping heck.
Look at you looking at me.
Flipping heck.
You're welcome. I wanted to show it to you, but it's out of delivery. So
listen, what I've seen on my screen is still impressed me mightily. I'm going to have to go and have a lie down after this. Pour myself a little glass of port.
The other ones he had, which are now gone, so I'm very sorry, which the other ones are gone now, but to a very, very good, nice, awesome collector, is the Wolverine, the Spider-Man versus Green Goblin, and the Spider-Man. Now, what you're looking at, Ian, is that he had these actually placed into a frame.
Yes.
From the sheet. So my friend just got his in a couple of days ago, which was this Wolverine. It did come off the sheet, no damage.
Okay.
So the plate is still intact, no glue on there, nothing like that.
Wow.
But it's actually kind of a good thing that he put it on the sheet, because otherwise they definitely would have gotten damaged because they're extremely fragile.
I'd probably leave it on the sheet if it was me.
Yeah, I'm probably I highly doubt I'll mess with it too much. I'll see what it looks like when it gets
somewhere nice. Wow, that's incredible.
So he had them framed, and they looked very nice.
I won't ask how you found this fella, but
okay.
If he knows anyone who's got any access to original Black Cat stuff, it doesn't have to be holograms. Then
I already asked. I always got you covered. That's why I didn't tell you, because I saw these and I was like, wow. I had to really ask him for the surfer alone.
Did you like sell him your dog or something? Or give him your dog?
No, the cat. I love my dog.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
I wonder why I haven't seen the cat in any of your Thanksgiving photos. You gave your cat away for a hologram.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, okay? Worse things have been done.
No, just a very
That's astonishing.
Nice guy.
That's astonishing.
Very nice
Hats off to you.
Yeah, I think what he has left is he has some sports ones.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants his sports ones, tell me.
If he's got to stay secret, then we can't have him on the podcast. But if he ever does want to come on the podcast and talk about the production of any of the stuff,
I asked him.
Yeah.
Which is why you saw all that information written down. Basically that was an impromptu interview, and I asked him if I could share.
It's kind of but obviously we can't share who, because I
don't want to share who.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's probably more than your job's worth to be doing that. So
So, but if something happens and eventually he wants to do it, I mean, he would love. He's a huge fan.
But he might know someone else who would. Might know. I really want to talk to some of the guys who are involved in the production and design of some of those early sets. I think that'd be really cool. But I know they've got different manufacturing points, so he might not have been in contact with them. Yeah.
Right. So we won't get too specific, so we don't name anybody. Yes. But he is not from the Marvel designer standpoint.
Yeah. or Impel or whoever it was who made that.
Right. He's not
Yeah.
any of that. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. I can't say.
Yeah.
But he's not.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So then he also sent me this sheet, which is the full nickel sheet, and that is of the POG holograms. So on this
Pogs
sheet,
did holograms.
I don't know, because I've never seen a
whole...
POG hologram, so I don't know where these are from.
Randomly, someone sent me some stuff on eBay, and they threw in these free.
I'm gonna
and
send
I've
you
never.
this.
What is this? These are Spider-Man.
Hold on, I'm looking now. Give me a second.
Okay. So someone I bought something off just included loads of these.
So those are Pogs.
Yeah, that's a Spider-Man. That's Puma.
Yeah.
No idea who. Insidious 6. Insidious 6. Never heard of Insidious 6, but that's Insidious 6.
Is Insidious 6
that
Spider-Man
is...
the villains when they get together?
Well, no, that's Sinister 6.
The set in Sinister?
I don't know what Insidious. Flash Thompson. We've got the.
Flash.
I'll put a picture of these on the tasting notes. Who else have we got? But it's never occurred to me until this very minute that obviously they've just sent me some that lying around. But of course, there may be a Black Cat one. It's never occurred to me. It's like...
You got Prowler. I like that Prowler.
I've got... Who's that? Is that
awesome.
Shocker? Yeah, Shocker.
I gotta get a good sketch.
And
Shocker.
I've got two more. I've got Eddie Brock being turned into Venom.
That's a good one. You got
and
good
then
ones,
the last
man.
one is Hydro Man. But they're numbered.
They look like these Pogs over here, man.
It could well be.
Look, Zach. I got this from Zach, who's our boy.
Oh wow. Oh, they're rather sweet. So Norrin's holding up some Pogs. Oh, those are the Pogs holograms. Oh, they're different color ones. Right.
They're different color ones. So these are different holograms.
Oh my goodness.
So the ones he's showing me.
Yeah.
On here, I don't know.
Pogs are something that I've never really... They were kind of a big thing in the late 90s, I think, because I remember them being quite big around Star Wars Phantom Menace coming out.
Well, when I was a kid,
You dropped out there. Did you unplug yourself by accident?
I unplugged myself because I was messing with packaging.
And okay.
The audio quality. Sorry, guys. Because I'm thumbing through things as well, so I feel bad.
Well, I'm looking at a video screen, and he's literally in a Collier's mansion surrounded by cards as high as the eye can see on both sides. Actually, that's probably me, actually.
Actually, yeah, you have cards solid.
I do. Mate. It's crazy. I just don't have time to sort them. And yeah, so the Pogs I've got here are numbered SM, Spider-Man, I'm guessing. And the highest number one I've got is 50. So we know there's at least 50 of them. I need to find out more about these. They're kind of I didn't expect to be talking about Pogs today. I've got a whole list of things I was going to talk about, and Pogs weren't on that list. But they sure as hell are now. I'm having to avoid swearing. I really want to swear, but I'm not going to.
I appreciate that's good.
Well, it saves you editing time.
That's exactly. Otherwise, I swear like a sailor. So just so everybody knows,
I do as well.
I try to be halfway decent
air
of a person.
Is normally rent with profanity. My computer's beeping. I think it might be your computer. I don't know. One of the computers is beeping. I think it's at my end, but I don't know if it makes it onto the recording. Anyway,
I don't hear it on my end.
Mate, no, I think it's here. I think it's
okay.
It's my laptop.
So that's all of them.
Wow. I'm gobsmacked, quite frankly. Wow. Okay. I kind of it's almost, what's the? There's no point in carrying on. You've won more of the trading cards.
We were going to talk about last time, but I was like, nah, this is going to be crazy.
This is. I mean, that's going to be the description for this episode. Norrin wins Marvel trading cards.
Oh, don't say that, because then people bust out things and they're like, "Oh, does he?" And then I have to cry in a corner in a fetal position.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Well, it's funny actually. Did I tell you what I did on Blowout?
Go on.
I think this makes funny listening. So everybody knows I'm hunting surfer stuff. So I'm trying to get people who are hiding this surfer stuff out into the limelight. And I put on Blowout.
You sound like an exorcist.
I do.
Into the light, spawn.
I have a young priest next to me. We will expel it. That was terrible.
I don't want to know what you get up to with young priests. Anyway, carry on.
He's in training, damn it. No. That's sick, Ian. You got
that won't hold up in court. Carry on.
No, well, so on Blowout, I went ahead and put that I had pretty much every Silver Surfer card out there, and I said, what an idiot. I was like, at one point, can you call yourself the master collector of Silver Surfer cards? Just because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna say it because I need someone to be jealous, because otherwise I'm never gonna find these pieces, because I need to find out who's the person who's hoarding all the extra good stuff that I have yet to come across.
So basically, you want that person to read that and go, "Oh, I'll give up. You can have them."
No, I mean, like, that guy's a jerk. I'll show him what I got, and then I can be like, at least I know where it is.
No, I suppose.
It's not great strategy whatsoever or logic, but I've done worse.
So. It is haven't we all?
Haven't we all?
Oh, goodness. Okay, I've got loads to talk about, but I know we're going to have a relatively short one today. So because you've got mad plans for global domination. So what was I going to talk about? I'm going to very quickly talk about something that we touched on the EPAC 101 episode, which may be last week's episode. It may be the week before. I don't know when this is dropping. So when we were talking about Flare, we were talking about Flare 2019 dropping onto EPAC, and I mentioned that the gold parallel was something you could only get from EPACs, from combining the base cards. So you'd have to get the base cards from the physical packs, and then you'd have to buy from EPAC to get the gold version of those base cards. Yeah?
Right.
So that's having different cards in different distribution channels. I didn't realize that the Power Blast subset is completely different.
Whoa, really?
Completely different.
Okay,
EPAC.
I was going to ask because I saw a card and I was like, I don't recognize that card.
There's a black cat. And I only realized today because I saw that the Power Blast, and I've not paid much attention to them, and they're a pretty tough pull. They're a pretty tough pull anyway on EPAC and in physical. So I think there's over 40 of them in the physical boxes, and there's the same on EPAC. So there's quite a meaty chunk of cards to collect there. And they're not called it, but they're definitely an SSP level pull. They're quite a scarce one. I've got maybe 2, and I've done about 5.5 boxes of Flare, and I've got 2. So
wow, really?
So they're definitely and there's a lot of them to go. So I was looking this morning, and I did as you do, you get up, you go through all your checking eBay, this, that, and the other, checking the group, seeing what's new. Marvel Flare Black Cat search came up with this Power Blast, and I was like, oh, what's that? And it was literally something I'd not seen before. And I was once I stopped licking the screen, I realized that it was one of the Power Blast versions. So the Power Blast subset in Marvel Flare 2019, there's a physical release version, and it's not a variant. They're completely different cards. It's not a parallel, and they're not numbered differently either.
What?
It's not like the pack ones go 1 to whatever it is, and then they carry on as the numbering. They are completely and utterly different. So I'm just gonna click through to EPAC here just to see if I can find them. Here we go.
That's so I'm actually going on eBay
Power
now
Blast,
to see
Power Blast. So there's 40, and then there's 9 SP. But that's the thing with SP, the Power Blast. It's kind of not an oxymoron, but it's on that spectrum because by their nature they're short. They're a tough pull.
Oh,
So
wow.
so they're PBE 1 to 40 of the regular Power Blast. I've got 2 of them. Number 16 is Black Cat. Then there are 9 SP ones, and then there's 1 achievement. So there's 50 available through EPAC.
There's a spot one.
Yes, and that's what I was going to tell you. There's a spot one. Because you kind of assume, oh, okay, I didn't see it wasn't in the physical release, so it's not, it's not there's nothing in there for me. And I thought I'd done Black Cat for Flare.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I was done. That said, having seen the card, I wouldn't say it for me personally, I wouldn't say it's the strongest Black Cat art I've seen, but I still want it. I really want it.
Is it original or from a comic book?
I don't know. If I'm just going to quickly share my screen so that you can.
Sorry, I was looking on eBay.
So let me share that one.
Man, I want that Spider-Man 2099.
Okay, can you see my screen?
I do. Oh, she looks good.
Yeah. So let me just turn it that way.
Oh, that's Adam Hughes, right?
Is it?
I feel like it is, man.
Actually, I haven't said that. This is the second time I've looked at it, and I feel like I've done her a disservice by what I just said, because that is nicer. It's
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it looks good.
It does look good. It does look good. I will own it. I will own 2 copies of it. Let's face it. There'll be one in my
That's
Black
true.
Cat collection, and there'll be one in my Marvel Flair collection. But it will be.
It's really nice. Did you pick it up, or you have to trade for it now?
Well, I'll pick up that one on eBay so that my Black Cat collection is sorted, and then I'll get the one
Clever
e-pack to go. Because I can trade for that at some point. So, yeah. But the spot one, there is a spot one. Which I'm just going to get on my screen now, which is, where is it? There it is. Come here. Come here, my precious
Come here, Spot.
Spotty.
Come here.
Spot. Yes, Spot. Spot, get down, Spot. That's mad artwork. That's mad artwork.
So I don't know. I think that's where he kind of like goes in and out of himself and kind of just warps himself
properly out there. Yeah, that's the stuff of nightmares. That could have made it onto the Halloween episode, actually.
It's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd pay money. I think
it's kind of 101 Dalmatians crossed with a fly.
Yeah, I like it more now. But I mean, the art's beautiful. I mean, like, it's so intricate how the horror of it. Like, I'm a fan of it. Like, do they glow? Like, is it like a hologram?
I think they are shiny in some way. Yeah, I don't think they're hologram, but they're definitely shiny cards.
I'd like to get it for sure.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, there's only 13 of them, and Flair has been live for 10 days. So yeah, that's kind of a tough level ball. How many cats are? There's only 7 black cats on there.
Yikes!
So yeah, I need to pick that up. Fortunately,
maybe I'll buy a box today.
A Flair?
Let's go crazy. Maybe.
Well, if go nuts if you do. First dibs on any.
Yeah, you always get first dibs.
So I wanted to mention that to you, and then I wanted to say on the newer set spectrum of things that Marvel Weekly is about to start its final cycle.
Oh, cool.
Which is I'm really happy that's happening. So let me have a look at my calendar. So we've got second, so December 2nd, 9th, 16th, 23rd. So it will be done for Christmas.
Wow.
So that last week, on that Monday 23rd, I'll actually be in Boston for that. So I'll have to jump on some Wi-Fi just to make sure I get and figure out the time difference. I think it's about noon in Boston, so that's fine. So yeah, and then it's done. So not sure who the final cycle is going to be, but I noticed something interesting when I was browsing on the browsing as I do through the ghastly frontier of not ghastly, but there are some interesting characters on there as I was down in the plains of the entertainment forum on the EPAC system.
Oh, look at you. Bloody brilliant.
Oh, so bloody marvellous. Some of the people on there are proper wildlings, I tell you. I was so drunk. But some of them were talking. I can't maintain this character running on.
So much. Why do I love that?
There is a character, right? This is where you've got to check out the Fast Show, because that 90s comedy sketch show I mentioned a few.
Yeah.
The Fast Show. One of the actors who you will have seen in stuff is a guy called Paul Whitehouse, and Paul Whitehouse is the most incredible comedy actor. He's a chameleon. I mean, he properly is. He's very, awesome. Very well loved in the UK. You will have seen him doing something, I guarantee it.
I'm sure.
Like, wow. But he's so recognizable when he pops up in stuff. But he used to do this character. I can't remember the character's name, but it used to be this old guy who used to sit in this chair, and he's obviously in some gentleman's club, and he used to sit there, and he used to go, herds of Indians running away into the bushes. Threw me over the cliff. And then he used to pause, and he used to go, of course, I was very, very drunk. And that was kind of the sketch, but he'd just riff on that, and then like turn to the camera and hold up this glass and go, I was very, very drunk. Anyway, so I was on the EPAC Entertainment forum, and they were talking about the fact that with Marvel Weekly, one of the things that's got people so nuts about it and buying it up, apart from the fact that people recognize it's a hot thing, so people who aren't collecting Marvel are buying it to use as trade fodder.
Yeah.
There was always going to be a sketch incentive at the end of the run for when you got all the. I think every 4-week cycle we get the base cards, and then you get an achievement card from those, and then I think you can combine those achievements to get to like an Iron Man and a Captain America achievement, and then once you've got all those, I think you then get a sketch.
Wow.
I can't remember now, or it's either all the CC cards you get a sketch. Anyway,
Right.
And they've been fairly low key about it on the publicity, but I remember reading it when it was first announced, and I'm pretty sure it said it was going to be a Mitch Ballard. So of course,
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I read that too.
Yeah, and everyone's kind of going nuts about it. And one character on the group, for some reason, is collecting at this. Is going for like 10 sets.
Oh wow!
Weirdly, I mean, I've got 2, but I only one for myself and one I was going to use to sort of sell or trade. Not because I wanted to get multiple sketches, and I just happened to be collecting them. So, and I'm so close to the end, I might as well finish.
Yeah.
But a lot of the guys were saying that it turns out that it could be other artists because the volume of sketches involved is clearly not achievable from one artist.
Do that. Yeah.
So, which is no slight to that artist, if indeed that artist was going to be doing them,
Right.
which is an astonishing talent. So, but they were interestingly a little bit down on the fact that it was going to be someone who, in their perception, wasn't quite as worthy of them having put all that time and investment in. Which I kind of see where they're coming from.
Well, I mean, if they thought they were going for something and then suddenly the rug's pulled out from under them, that I understand completely, regardless of subjectively viewing the artist's talent or skill or whatever the case may be.
So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen yet, because we don't even know who the next character is going to be on the last 4-week cycle, because Upper Deck do play their cards very close to their chest on things like this. So it might turn out to be someone absolutely astonishing, but apparently one of the artists who's been working on these cards instead of Mitch Ballard posted something on Instagram and it was seen and yada yada yada. So I haven't seen that myself, although Amanda, Graded Gamer Amanda, did spot
Amanda.
already. Hi Amanda. I'm not sure why I went high like that.
That's nice.
It's my Amanda voice. When saw Marvel Weekly. Is Marvel Weekly we're talking about? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Sketch on ComC. So one of them's got out there already, which is quite nuts.
Weird.
I don't completely fully understand this, but yes, I will. And in fact, when I look at the link now, the link was bringing up a preview into my browser, and now I'm clicking on the link. It's not bringing up a picture at all. So I'm just going through to it. No, it is still there. It is still there.
Share your screen, man. I want to see it.
No, it's on my phone. So I'm just going to quickly send you this link.
Yeah,
so you can have a look at it on your screen. But it's
weird.
It is there, and let me just click on it here as well, so I can look at it, and you can see it on my screen. This is fascinating listening. But there you go.
This is great listening.
So that is a Marvel Weekly AP. There we go. So it's an AP that's found its way out there. So that's interesting. So I think even Mitch has shown off some of the APs he's working on for this.
Interesting.
So yeah, so some of but it's interesting. So you can see this. You can see what the stock's going to look like on that, which I like actually. The APs.
So this is the Marvel Weekly sketch that people are going to.
Yeah, this is what the card stock will look like. I imagine it just won't have the AP at the top right.
So how did artists get AP for a series that didn't have a sketch series?
Well, because the APs are going to be available to those who've completed the whole thing as an achievement. So I imagine, just like any other contract that an artist would have with Upper Deck, they get APs. I'm guessing that for whatever reason, those aren't bound by the same restrictions as to when you can show them. Possibly, I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it?
What does the back of the card say? Okay, so here we go.
Here we go.
This card is exclusive to collectors who partook and the 2019 Marvel Weekly program.
That's interesting. Good spot. Good spot. So yeah. So who knows? You know, I'll get a sketch, obviously, for the set that I collected for myself, and if I choose to redeem the second set rather than sell it unredeemed, then I'll have another one. Obviously, I'll be interested in it for a Black Cat character.
So for the numbers, like, I don't know if you know this, but number-wise, like, how many people could possibly own a full set of these in order to redeem a sketch?
Well, let's work out the fact there are 499 available for a week, 499 packs. So that's 499 base cards. I don't have the thing in front of me at the moment that tells me where the sketch comes in. Let me have a look at the achievements section of e-packs and see if it says it there, because it might have it there.
Yeah, because that's really interesting.
I'm just scrolling down once it loads, because I'm not sure if it's from base cards or if it's from the comic covers cards. If it's from the comic covers cards, obviously there are a lot fewer of those. There's only 200. Well, that's the interesting thing. There's 499 packs a week, so in theory there's only 250 comic clash sets available. So I'm just looking here at see, it doesn't say anything about sketches on that list.
See, that's interesting to me.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. So I don't know how you get it. I don't know how you get normally, as you can see here, you can see what's coming up. You can see the achievements that are there built into the system. So you can see here that, you know, the Frozen in Time achievement is there, Captain America, and the Frozen in Time achievement is there. But that said, the final cycle after Thor isn't showing on this list yet. So it could well be that the sketch is due to be added. The sketch is likely, knowing what happens with this system, at least what I understand happens with this system, I wouldn't be at all surprised if the sketch appears in that achievement box once the final cycle achievement appears on Monday. So I don't know, but yeah. So I don't know where the sketch is going to come in. Is it all the achievements from the base set? Is it the achievements for the base set and the Comic Clash insert set? Not sure. Who knows?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Man, these buybacks have gotten expensive.
Yeah. So that's the other thing I want to talk about, Flair, is that yesterday, of course, you spotted or you posted that there was a buyback that you'd missed that had Surfer on, which is the Flair 94 card 110. And I've been looking for you, and I couldn't see any in the marketplace at all. So I will keep an eye open, as I'm sure you will now. But, we'll hook you up.
If it's around, it's around.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's in the back. You know what I mean? Like, it was actually funny. One of my homies
you still want it though.
Yeah.
You've got the original, yeah?
Yes.
You've got the original card. So you've got to have the buy. No, you've not got Flair. You've not got the original 94 Flair card 110.
110? No.
Yeah, because if you did, then it'd be a no-brainer to go for the buyback.
I don't have the original because, you know, so much of this stuff is so hard in terms of it being listed.
Yeah, I guess.
It's really tough to kind of like see. Having trouble bringing up my screen.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's tough to kind of like, because here's the thing, right? When you go eBay deep diving or Beckett list deep diving on a character, unless the card specifically states that character, you have these pieces that are called like special appearance cards, where like your character's not featured 100%, but it is part of it.
Yes.
So that takes a little while to kind of like sort through. So you know, every once in a while I miss one.
Well, I am speaking of Flair, although back to the 90s, I've only got one of them up here with me, but I got an eBay pull of all 4 of the empty boxes from Flair 95.
Wow, beast.
And it was a pretty good price as well. So there's one of them. This one actually came from Richard Wright, who's in the UK, who sent me this as a freebie. And then the week after, I saw.
I love that.
Nice. It's just such good packaging. I'll put a picture of these.
It's probably one of the best packagings I've ever seen.
It is nice.
I can't think of a better one.
that just slides over. But there were 4 of them, and I've got the set of 4 downstairs. So I've got to. And
I remember
I've also
seeing those in boxes. Man,
on the older. Did I show you that I'd got a sealed box of Marvel Universe 1992?
No.
Did I show you this?
No.
UK seller, less than 30 quid, including postage, and it is pristine.
Clean.
It's absolutely pristine.
No brainer. There's nothing wrong with that box.
And this, much as I love, this is the first ever Marvel trading card set that I was exposed to.
Me too.
At all, because I saw it being broken. So if you go way back to episode 1, Origin Stories, this was the one that was being broken in the comic shop in Devon that I first started hanging out.
I remember
when I was a student. And I saw people with them, and I saw that I saw them. They had a binder thing on the desk, and you could go in through them all, and you could buy them if you wanted to. And it was this product being broken when they were distributed to comic shops in the UK. So I didn't discover Marvel Masterpieces until much, much later. So this for me.
That for me is my set.
That's the OG set for me.
That's me. That's for me too. It's the OG.
And a lot of them I've discovered since that are equally worthy and definitely important. But this is just. I mean, they put it in a comic bag. I mean, you can probably hear it rustling on the
I love that
sound. So yeah, that's still in the shrink wrap, nice and tight.
Man, look at those corners. Everything is really clean. Nice. What are all the images on the sides? It's Thanos, Spider-Man on the front.
You got Thanos there.
Ron Limbs Thanos.
You've got Punisher there.
Sick. I think that's
this one.
That's
Iron
Limbs
Man.
too.
Yeah.
Iron Man. I don't know.
Yeah. And then that is just lots of writing, and then Spidey on the front, and the back is got that impel. So I will be opening this very carefully because all this will be kept. I'll fold the box down very carefully. Bonus holograms randomly packed. I can't wait to break that, and hopefully
that's
I'll be able
great box.
It's nice. I might not video it because I want to. I might do a few packs on video, but this is something I just want to open.
No, it's for you. It's just for you.
So I want to take my time and not have to worry about what I'm saying.
No. Enjoy yourself on that. Don't.
So I will enjoy myself on that. And I believe, much as I've got other stuff to talk about, I think you have a time limit today because you're going on the circus, aren't you? So.
Yeah.
So we will just very quickly then. I'm going to say, as we record, it is. I'll tell them when it is. It's the 30th of November. So we are on the home straight to Christmas. And,
yes.
So coming up, we have this episode. Obviously, the Thanksgiving episode dropped on Thanksgiving, which was the EPAC 101. We will do an EPAC 102, and that will come probably after Christmas.
Yeah.
And we have. So this episode, we've got another episode in the can already, and then we're going to record an episode that will drop just before Christmas, and then we will be having a Christmas hiatus because you'll be doing stuff with your family. I'll be traveling in America. We may be able to hook up and actually record while I'm in your time zone. You never know, because I'll take my microphone.
I'm in.
And we can always do that, and you can record it at your end.
I think that'd be fun.
We can definitely do that, and just, I'll be able to tell you about the post that I've received at my American friends.
Yeah.
And actually show you, because I'll have that. So hopefully, if the wife lets me, be able to do that. But if not, we'll be back in January, but date TBC. But we'll definitely have a few weeks with no episodes over Christmas. So in January, I know that I want to do a review of this year, like a retrospective of 2019. And I kind of want to look ahead at 2020 and see what's coming up and speculate. And then, of course, we want to get more artists on. We've got Jalen wants to come back on.
Nice.
We want to have him properly. I want to get Sean Forney on. Tom Fleming's up for it. We just got to schedule it. There's other cats who've said they're happy to come on. The delay is with us and our lives and our jobs and time.
Yeah.
We'll fit it in. Before we go, I've got to give a shout out to an ePax user. I promised I would give a shout out to, called iPanda Cake, who gave me a really, really sweet deal. I queried it myself, and he said Panda Cake was taken. So he's gone for iPanda Cake, which kind of reminds me of iSpartacus.
He is the only Panda Cake.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
You are.
You're the OG,
Cake,
my friend.
You are the OG Panda Cake. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that trade. I promised you I'll give you a shout out. I've no idea if he listens. I've no idea who he or she even is.
Most important part, you kept your promise, and we got to talk about Panda Cake.
I did.
So
we did. Yeah. So I'm off to have some Panda Cake with a nice cup of tea.
Nice. Look at you having a great
Marvelous.
day.
So this has been absolutely marvelous. I'm trying to think of a way to end it on a Frozen theme. What were the other songs in Frozen? In the first one, I should know this.
I mean, you shouldn't. You've seen it more than me.
I've got a 4-year-old. I've seen the first Frozen movie over 50 times in the last month alone.
I mean, I sing the song in a dress too. Okay.
No,
let's not. Okay.
I sing it
all right.
naked.
I look adorable in my blue dress too. All right. Let's not. Okay.
I go commando under my blue dress. Yeah. Yeah, it's cold.
Well, I guess we found the ending of the episode, didn't we?
The cold never bothered me anyway.
Oh
right.
God.
Norrin, until next time, buddy.
Enjoy collecting.
Love is an open door, people.
No, run away.
Thanks for listening to the Marvel Card Collectors podcast. You can subscribe via our home on anchor.fm/MCCP. Leave us a message via that link with questions, comments, or just to say hi, and we may even play on the show. We're also on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms. Our podcast is at the MCC Pod on Facebook and Twitter, and you can find links on our Facebook page to the two groups MCCW, Marvel Card Collectors Worldwide, and MMC, Marvel Masterpieces Collectors. On Instagram, find us at MMCollectors and at Sketch Card Hive. The great music we use is called Rocket Power by Kevin MacLeod. Thanks to the collectors, artists and creators who support the Marvel Cards Fan Collective. We'll see you next time, and remember, it's a small hobby but a fun one. Make mine Marvel and enjoy collecting.
Take 70. This is Upper Deck sketch artist MARCIA DYE, and you're listening to the Marvel Card Collectors podcast.